Dear friends, let's talk about water today. So many questions about water and so many confusions about drinking water. Nowadays, you can ask anyone and he will tell you that one should drink lots of water. It may be 2 liters, 3 liters, 4 liters, even some says 5, 6 liters, and they drink that much of water. Someone says to them that you drink so much of water and all the toxins from your body will go away and you will get rid of hundreds of diseases. So naturally one will tend to drink so much of water. A patient comes to me and when I ask him a question that how much water you drink, he always says with a guilt that I should drink a lot of water but I don't drink that much of water. So there is a guilt in the mind that I am not drinking enough water. A mother who always cares for her children, she will run with a glass of water after him, and because she also thinks that he should be given a lot of water. So what Ayurveda says about the water, drinking water? So Ayurveda says one should drink when gets thirst and only up to the thirst, not to push water deliberately inside, because drinking so much of water has so many side effects. We are not respecting our body. We have such a beautiful machine with us, we have such a beautiful sensitive machine with us that body speaks with you. Whenever the water level in the body goes down, body gives a signal that yeah, please give me a water. And see the sensitivity of the body. If you give a appropriate water, maybe a glass full, half glass, 2 glasses, depending upon thirst, and you drank that much of water, see what body does with you. Immediately body talks with you, speaks with you, and body says, oh, thank you very much, I am feeling so nice. Isn't it? Body has that sensitivity. And what we do, we use our intellect. We don't use our experience, we use our intellect. That someone has said, some WhatsApp message has said that drink 3 liters of water, drink 4 liters of water every day. And again we have to understand every person is unique. So everyone's thirst is different. So like in Ayurveda we have a Pitta constitution. That person is always having a lot of heat in his body. That's natural for that constitution. So naturally he will sweat more and his need of water will be more as compared to other person. Even in your case, you are just sitting under the AC one day and you won't get much thirst. And the next day you are moving around the sun and you will get lot of thirst. So the thirst is a changing phenomena. It changes. And who decides that? Your body decides that. How much water you want now or today. It's a hot summer and what happens is your thirst goes up, isn't it? It's a rainy day and your thirst goes down. Who decides that? Your wise and sensitive body decides that. So let body decide and you just respect your signal. I know some patients, like one of my patient, I remember he used to drink a big glass full of water every hour, thinking that he forgets to drink water and was putting so much of water inside his body. Another patient, he had taken a vow that wherever he will go and if he see water, he will drink it, and so much water inside. water, drinking so much of water has a side effects. There is one misunderstanding about Ayurvedic medicines, herbal medicines, that they don't have side effects. How it will be? Anything taken in a more quantity rather than required will have a side effects. So, a black pepper, it's a Ayurvedic medicine. So, you take a spoonful of black pepper and see what happens. Immediately you will start burning. So, isn't it a side effect? So, everything has a side effect. Water will also have a side effect. What will happen if you drink too much of water? What will happen? One is that your clever body will say that, hey, what's happening? I don't want so much of water, and this person is putting so much of water inside me. What to do with this water? So body will start throwing away that water, and that person has to run for a toilet every half an hour. And we can see, we see such people that they are running for a toilet every half an hour and they drink a lot of water. Second thing will happen is this kidneys, the filtration plants, they have a limitation. It won't happen that you drink bucket full of water and everything has gone out. So some portion of water will start collecting in your body, and that water will turn into a mucus, kapha. In Ayurveda we say it's a kapha, mucus, sticky thing. So water, excess water will turn into kapha, and that person will suffer with cough and cold, mucus issues again and again and again. A patient came to me and he was having a running nose and a lot of mucus since months. He was doing all the treatments, he will take some medicines, he will feel better, but again the mucus will start. Then again he will go to other doctor, will take some medicines, again mucus will start. So he was fed up with the problem of the mucus, cold and cough. So with some reference he came to me. I was asking him many questions, and I asked him about the water, his habit of drinking water, and he came up with the answer that he read somewhere that one should drink so much of water, and since then he was drinking 2 liters of water deliberately. So he was not thirsty, but he was putting water inside. And then I asked him, when you started this mucus issue? So he said, yeah, 6 months back, and he has started drinking this extra water since 6 months back. So I got the answer. So I told him, I explained him that, yeah, you are drinking so much of water and that is changing into mucus and you are having this problem. So I explained him everything. I gave him a suggestion that please go home and drink water as per your thirst. So he was just sitting in front of me, and I was finished with my guidance, suggestions, and he was looking at me, what's next? Then I got the answer that a patient has come and I am not giving him any green, yellow and blue medicines. How he will be satisfied? So I then again explained him that he will not need a medicines, he should just do this thing. But he was not satisfied. He went out of my clinic with a long face, and I also thought in my mind that he will not come to me again. So I like to treat my patients in that way, that treating at the root level, treating at the cause level to get rid of the cause. So I thought he is not going to come to me again. After 7 days he called me back saying that, sir, I am feeling much better. My mucus, my cold and cough has gone down. Then at that time I explained him that why I didn't give him medicines. So I told him that I want to show you this cause and effect relationship, that you are drinking so much of water and that is why you are having so much of mucus. And as you stopped it, as you reduced it, your mucus has gone down, your problem has gone down. And if I would have given you medicines, you would have thought that this you're feeling better because you are taking a medicines. So he was clear. So this is happening with so many people. They drink so much of water and they turn the issue is of cough and cold and etc. I have seen this even in young kids. See, usually the young ones, the young kids, they should have a very beautiful skin, very soft skin, very chubby, very soft skin. But I see that in this small age, their skin is dried out. It's dry skin and blackening is there, tanning is there. So there is a dryness in their body. So what happens is that they play, they feel so thirsty, they will run home and drink so much of water and then they will not eat. The hunger has gone because so much of water has gone inside. And there is a fight in the house that mother wants to push food into them and they are rejecting the food. So when such patient comes to me and then they suffer with cold and cough, because so much of water has gone inside, that will again give a problem of cough and cold. So when they come to me, I see them and I advise them to have little more ghee and oil. See what is the role of this ghee and oil. It's a surface, maybe a glass, and you want to keep that surface moist. So if you put some water over that surface, it will become moist, but some wind will come, sun will come and water will go away. You have to put water again. Instead, if you put some oil or ghee or butter on the surface, it will stay for long. So as these kids, they start having little more of ghee and oil and butter and etc., the thirst will go down. And as the thirst will go down, their hunger will come up and they will start eating the food in a good quantity. They will get a nourishment. And secondly, their issue of cough and cold will go away. For cough and cold, this is the one reason. There are many reasons, but one reason is this excess water. And excess water does not mean just plain water. It may be coconut water, it may be some juice, it may be some cold drink, it may be some sharbat, anything, any liquid, it may be buttermilk. If you drink it unnecessarily, it will lead to cough and cold and mucus. See how the things happen, like you get some article that buttermilk is a nectar and everyone wants a nectar. So next day the person start drinking a whole bottle of buttermilk. If he is drinking so much of buttermilk, he is drinking water unnecessary and the issues will start. So anything liquid you must drink when you are thirsty, not unnecessary. What else will happen with drinking so much of liquid, so much of water? The most important side effect is it will kill your hunger. What is this hunger? Hunger means fire. In Ayurveda we call it Jatharagni, the fire in the stomach. And then the rule is same outside world, inside world. There is a fire and you are pouring water into that fire, the fire will extinguish. In the same way, when you drink unnecessary water, this Jatharagni and the fire inside, the digestive juices, the acids, they will extinguish. and then you will not get hunger and you cannot digest your food. Indigestion will start. Indigestion will start. A big issue. If there is a indigestion, how your body is getting a nutritions. So again, it's a big side effect that this excess water will kill your hunger, kill your digestion. What else will happen is diabetes. Ayurveda gives many reasons for diabetes, but one reason they give is extra liquids. What will happen? Again, if you know insulin, which helps in the utilization of sugar in the body, what is that insulin again? It is a fire, it is a kind of fire. So again, when you are putting so much of water, you are diluting your insulin. You are diluting the power of insulin, and then there are chances that the diabetes will come in your body. What else again happen is see, what you have, your body will be like that. So if you have a solid food, your body will be solid. If you are having a liquids, your body will be a very soft and light liquids. A patient came to me, a young person going to gym for several months, and he came to me with the complaint that nothing is changing in his body. He was not getting good muscle mass. So I was checking him and I was checking his muscles, and I felt they are very watery, they are very soft. So I asked him, hey, what is this? Why these muscles are so soft? So he said to me, I don't know, I am doing so much of exercise. And so he was very depressed, he was already very frustrated. So I asked him the next question, that how much hunger you get? So he said, sir, I am doing so much of exercise, but I don't get hunger. So I was getting some clue what's going wrong. So I asked him the next question is, how much thirst you have, how much water you drink? Then there was a sparkle in his eyes and he said, oh, I am doing that perfectly. My instructor has told me that you must drink, he must have told something 4 liters or 5 liters. And the reason is that you are doing exercises and you sweat a lot. So you must drink a lot of water. So I asked him very softly that, are you enjoying drinking that water? So he said, sir, it's very difficult to drink so much of water. I get so much of nausea after drinking that much of water, but I drink that much of water. So you're getting some clue, you're getting some message from that. He was drinking water unnecessarily, he was not that thirsty, he was killing his hunger. And as he was killing his hunger, he is not able to eat solid food, and as he was not eating a solid food, his body was not getting improved, there was no building of a muscle mass. So I instructed him that go home and just drink water as per your thirst, don't listen to your instructor. So see what was happening. Yeah, he may be sweating during exercises, but again he was not listening to the body. He was deliberately drinking the water, even though that much thirst was not there, he was drinking, and that was a side effect of so much of water. His whole body is getting watery, very soft. What else will happen is infections. How infections will happen? So just to take an example, like in the rainy seasons, there are many water bodies, small ponds are there, puddles are there, and what happens into them? All the microorganisms and small mosquitoes and so much of growth will come there in that water bodies. So in the same way, when water collects inside, there are high chances of having infections. These bacteria, the viruses are there everywhere. They are in the outside atmosphere, they are inside, and when they get a good environment for the growth, they will grow and it will turn into an infection. You know, these fungal infections, like some people have some white spots here and there, fungal infection, fungal growth. The reason of this fungal growth is excess water in the body. Again, the rule is same outside and inside. Wherever there is a water, and the fungi will grow there. In the same way, when there is a water collection in the body, the fungus will grow. So I have treated many patients of this fungal growth just by reducing their water intake. Yeah, just they should drink as per the thirst, and the fungal infection goes away. See, so many side effects of drinking excess of water, and people are doing that. And see, what is happening in their mind is they drink so much of water and they are so satisfied in a way that they think they are doing a very correct action for their body. Such a harmful action. Sometimes I feel that all these doctors should come together and at least they should decide one common answer. Some doctor says 1 liter, some says 2 liters, some says 5 liters. So at least this pathy will say this much of amount, that pathy will say this much of amount. So I think ultimately you should be your doctor and you should decide how much water you should drink. That is very important. So you are saving yourself from so many health issues. Now there are many other questions regarding water. One question is what should be the temperature of water? Again, it is a very individual phenomena. Like it's a very heaty body. We in Ayurveda we say Pitta constitution. He will always prefer to have a little cold water or maybe little normal water, but not a warm or a hot water. A person of a Vata constitution, he is very cold in his temperament, in his body. He will prefer to have little warm water or a hot water. A very hot summer, and then we will prefer to have a little cold water. It's a very cold season and we will prefer to have a little warm water. So one should decide it. No one else should decide it for you. You should decide how you are comfortable with this temperature of water. One question comes with that, how much water one should drink in the morning after getting up. So Ayurveda says it as a Ushapan. So maybe 1-2 glasses, not more than that. And it's a morning time, it's a cold time, so you may drink little warm water. But 1-2 glasses, not liters. I have seen people drink liters of water in the morning after getting up. So much of water in the morning, and then two things will happen. You will have a kapha, development of kapha, mucus, and also you are killing your hunger. So it's not a good thing to drink so much of water in the morning. Then the question comes is what to do about how much water one should drink before meals, during meals and after meals. So again, it's a logical thing. If you drink so much of water before meals, you are killing your hunger. How you will eat a food? And then you will not get a solid food, you will deprive of nutrition. So yeah, some little water if required before meals. During meals, sometimes the meals are very dry in nature, sometimes they are very spicy. So you may need little water in between, and you can have little water in between your meals. And after the meals, see, what I feel is you are thirsty, there is a little thirst after the meals, so you should quench that thirst. Maybe a glass full, 2 glasses of water, doesn't matter. Now it's a very controversial question. Many says that you should not drink water immediately after your meals, you should drink after 30, 40, 50 minutes, 1 hour, and then there is again no fixed answer. Some says 30 minutes, some says 1 hour, maybe another come and will say 50 minutes and 45 seconds, and etc, etc. See, if you see the process of digestion, the first step of digestion is mixing of the food and the water and the juices, and it turns into a juice, food juice, and then it gets down into the small intestine. From the stomach it gets down into the small intestine, where actual digestion starts, where actually the acids come, the digestive juices come, and the digestion will start. And this happens usually after 30-45 minutes. So rather, I am thinking that if you drink water after 30-45 minutes, you are drinking water when actual digestion has started. I think that's more disturbing to the digestion. So again, I feel let's listen to the call of the body, and there is little thirst after the meals, you quench it. Definitely after the meals you are drinking 1-2 liters of water, then that definitely will affect your digestion. So again, be clear on this point, and that you can drink a little water after your meals. So there is another question is how much purification is required for the water. So as happening in every case, like we use refined oils, we use refined sugar, we use extra polished rice, and all the goodness has gone away. In the same way, we are refining, ultra filtering this water, and then again all the goodness of water has gone. See, the natural water is very tasty. If you drink water, you feel it's very tasty, and that quenches your thirst. You feel so nice after drinking water. And I have experienced this, many has experienced of this, that if you are drinking a ultra filter water, you are not satisfied with that. It's not tasty, it's not quenching your thirst, you have to drink it again and again. So again, I am thinking we are doing too much with the water. So how water should be? It should be clean, looking clean, it should be tasty, and there is no foul smell to the water. If this is happening, then fine, then your water is good for drinking. So be careful about this extra filtration of water. Usually in cities like Pune, Bombay, the big cities, the whatever water comes, the government actually does a lot of purification, a lot of chlorine treatment, and etc, etc. So the water is quite better. Rather, I think it's quite extra filtered. So then again you are doing something more will harm that water. I have heard from somewhere, I have read somewhere that this iodine is there in the water itself. The natural source of iodine is water, and when we extra filter it, the iodine goes away, and then there is a problems of this thyroid issues and goiter and etc, etc. So again, don't go for too much of filtration. Yeah, of course, in a rainy season when the water is little muddy, then you can do this simple filtration, some alum and boiling it, and etc, etc. Otherwise, we should not worry too much about this water issue. So see, this simple water, this very important element water, and so many confusions about the water. So don't over drink water, don't go to any extremes. Yeah, again one more point is better not to store water in a plastic bottles, better store them in a steel containers or a glass bottle or earthen pots or something like that. Again this plastic will have some effect on the water. So be wise, know your body and drink that much of water, and please also don't force waters to others, let them respect their thirst. Thank you very much.